Hello, everyone. My name is Lizzie,
And I'm May,
and we are Mayhem Mamas.
where on this channel we talk about what we want because it's our channel.
Yes, and tonight we are going to do exactly that. For our episode 8, we are going to do fall favorite things. And so we are extremely excited about this. Fall is May's favorite, one of her favorite times of the year. And
Favorite.
yes, and I know one thing as far as favorites, it always makes me think of raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Remember that
What?
song? Do you
Well,
remember that
yeah.
song? Bright copper
Yeah.
kettles and warm woolen mittens. Because one of my favorite things to do in the fall and winter too is to watch Sound of Music. I
Oh,
love
okay.
that movie. I
Mm,
love that movie. And they always sing that song, favorite things. And so,
okay.
here we go again with my bad singing. But I do love the movie and I love that song. So
Okay.
tonight we're just going to kind of dive in to some of our favorite things that we like to do, watch, buy, see, experience during the fall.
Okay, because I'm thinking that song is a Christmas song. They play it at Christmas. I thought you were thinking fall ran right into Christmas. And
No,
okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
they always show The Sound of Music at Christmas time, but I like to watch it just whenever it gets cold weather. Cooler
Yeah.
weather, snuggled up on the couch. I mean, who said that was a Christmas movie? I mean, it doesn't have to be a
Nobody
Christmas
ever.
movie.
I
Yeah.
guess they just talk about favorite things for Christmas. I really don't know how that got into Christmas, but whoever said that should not get Christmas presents ever
Right.
again.
And Lizzie doesn't agree with it. I
Yep.
mean, it's fine to watch it at Christmas because they always have it on TV during Christmas time.
Yeah, don't they
Sometime
play it on Thanksgiving night?
No, they usually play it sometime during the month of December. And because it's a long movie. And so it's like on those 25 nights of Christmas or whatever, they always play that. And maybe they do play it on Thanksgiving night. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's either
Maybe
that
you're
or Wizard
right.
of Oz. I don't know.
But
I
I
don't watch
always like
TV
to
anymore.
watch it when it's cooler, when it's
Yep.
cooler. So,
Yep.
all right. So, do you want me to go first with my first thing?
You start it, Missy
Okay.
ma'am.
So I have strong opinions about everything, and my fall favorites is not an exception to the rule. So m- I am a person that loves to have candles, diffusers, wax warmers. I love for my house to smell like fall year round. I
Yes,
love fall scents. They are my favorite scents of the year.
mine
I
too.
have lots of allergies and I'm allergic to a lot of things. And so scents aren't an exception to that rule when it comes to me. And so some things are just so strong and so potent that
Hmm.
it gives me a headache, but most fall scents I just enjoy. So that leads me to my number one is candles. I
Yes.
love a really nice fall scented candle.
Yes.
And for me, a lot of my favorite smell type things, fragrances, are cooking type smells. So, first off, probably my favorite, and I don't mean like maybe my favorite hoity toity designer $125 candle. I'm talking about
Ooh.
an everyday candle that anybody can purchase. They put them on sale, and if they aren't sale, they aren't going to break the bank. But if you get them on sale, it's fabulous. I love Bath and Body Works candles.
Yes.
I love their 3-wick candles. I think that they burn well. They the scents are wonderful and the scents will infuse your home. I
Okay,
don't like I
we
don't
need to
like
go
to
back a second. We need to go back
Okay.
a second. First of all, if you're spending $125 for a candle, I'm gonna give you my address because I need to slap some good sense into you.
No, you didn't
Who
tell. You
spends 100? Okay,
You misunderstood what I
okay,
said.
okay.
I said I'm not spending.
Oh, I know
People,
you're not, but I'm saying who does?
all kinds of people will spend $100 on candles.
Okay, I'm gonna have to have these people line up at my house
Yeah,
so I can give a good slap of some common sense into them.
yeah,
Nobody should be spending that much money on a candle.
yeah. Oh no, and I mean a lot of candles that people that are on people's favorite lists, like celebrities and whoever, two or three
Hmm.
hundred dollars for a candle is nothing.
Oh no, 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 no. Unless every time I light this candle, it gives me a you know what. I'm not
Right,
spending that much money on that. No,
right, right.
no. Okay, sorry to interrupt. I did not realize that there are candles out in the world that cost that much money. Uh, but if you're spending money on that much, come see me.
Yeah,
I will
no, I
slap
mean,
you for free.
I'm not personally, I'm just saying if you're on here looking for Oprah's list of
Mm,
favorite things, that's not what you're going to be getting from me.
mm,
You're going to
mm-mm-mm.
get the Target version.
Yeah, because I'm sure that burns just as much as a $300 candle.
Exactly.
Oh, and
Exactly.
I've heard about those candles that's supposed to smell like somebody's hoo-ha, and no, no,
No, that's
no.
just disgusting.
Yes.
Okay, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to let people think or think about purchasing those. Okay, we're going to go back to Bath and Body Works. I
Speaking of.
love their 3-wick candles. And one of my favorite scents is their marshmallow fireside.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I love it. It smells like a bonfire, but it's got that, little bit of sweet from the marshmallow. I just think it smells to me like outdoors, like if you're having a bonfire or a fire pit and you're cooking out. I love that smell. Then the second one that I like is their pumpkin pecan waffles. Oh
Ooh,
my, they smell so good. Like, you walk in and you're like, "Oh, who's cooking?" You immediately look
nice.
around to see that. And then the
Right.
other one I really like of theirs is their caramel pumpkin swirl.
Ooh,
It's kind of the same thing. You walk in and you're like, "What are you making? Where's the pumpkin
right.
bread? Where's the" I love to walk into a house and it smell like grandma was here making
Right.
cookies.
Right.
I love that. And so those are kind of my 3 top ones for this time of year. Now, I also am a big fan of Christmas scented candles as well, and we could talk about that another time, but I'm just
Right.
saying that because if you come to my house, no matter what time of the year you come to my house, you're
Uh-huh.
pretty much going to smell either a fall or a Christmas scent. And I don't understand why we really even call them fall and Christmas scents because they're mostly baking scents. You can do that any time of the year.
Well, yeah, you can, but you're not gonna do a pumpkin. Pumpkins are not out in the summer, so you're not gonna, unless you're doing like a canned pumpkin,
True.
you're not gonna really do
True.
a cinnamon in the summer. So, I mean, you do have your fall spices and scents. So, I mean, I get it, but yeah, I do
Right.
understand. I mean, if you've got a pumpkin candle, you do you. Put it
Yeah,
on in the
that's right.
yeah.
That's right. That's right. Now, I'm not opposed to, like, in other times of the year, maybe doing like a really mellow lemon scent or a
Mhm.
really mellow orange scent, but I'm definitely that person that stays with those cooking scents.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What
I
about
do too.
yeah, I
I
just
yeah. But you know, for the fall, I'm a pumpkin, apple, cinnamon,
uh-huh.
um, cooking type. Uh, I can do a harvest wreath kind of
Right,
thing.
right. Well, and there you're a Mesa Yankee Candle girl.
Yeah, I will spend 16. And see, I even think $16 or 25 or 30. I see that is. I
Right,
have to even think about that. I'm like, is there a
right,
coupon?
right.
Have we got a
Well, and
code?
and I do the same thing,
Right, because we're normal people.
Right. I mean, I don't ever buy my candles full price.
No.
If I were going into Bath and Body Works and I was specifically buying a candle for a gift for somebody and they weren't on sale, obviously, yes, I could spend $25 on a
Yes.
candle for somebody.
Yes.
But if I'm purchasing them for myself, I go in on candle day or I
Right.
go in when they have them marked down to $10 and I use coupons and I
Right.
stack and I get a
Yeah.
good buy.
And I'm not above going in after, like, I can go on Christmas and get the fall scents. They're still gonna be good next year. They don't, I mean, they're not gonna rot. Pumpkin
Exactly.
is still gonna be a fall scent next year.
Uh-huh. And
So
for
I
me
don't get
and
it.
for me it's a spring and summer scent. So I
Mhm.
use them all the
Right.
time. So, okay, so that's our picks for candles. The next thing, and kind of staying with my Bath and Body Works, we're not getting paid for this, people. I'm
Right.
just telling you,
Free
Bath and
advertisement.
Body Works is where it's at for your 3-wick candles and your hand soap for your bathroom, for your kitchen. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with their hand soap, whether
Yep.
it's the foamy soap or
Mhm.
it's the antibacterial that has like the little grainy things in it that then moisturizes your hands after. You can't go wrong with it.
Okay. So here's what I've heard about those little grainy things, though.
Well, I don't
You've
want to
got
know. Is it disgusting?
no, 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 no.
Okay.
You just have to watch those grainy things because I know there's an issue like with some certain soaps, and I don't know the brand, and I don't know the whole the some of those moisturizing beads and those little things are made of like plastics, and they don't break down, and so it gets caught up in the water supply, and it kind of becomes an issue. So as long as if they're those beads are like soap and they disperse and
Right.
dissolve and become soap, then you're fine. But
Right.
some of those moisturizing beads don't disintegrate, and they stay beads, and then they end up in our water system. So you got to
Right.
be careful with some of those
And we
beads.
don't want that, but
No,
I
we
don't
don't need
think
soft
that's
dolphins.
I don't think that's the case with our hand soaps at Bath and Body Works. I mean, I think they dissolve. I think it's soap. And
Okay.
so, I mean, no, we don't want to be do bad things for the environment, but I don't think that's the case with this soap.
Okay.
They're just little gritty things, and I think they dissolve. It's
They
soap. It's
continue. Okay.
right. And so I loved their fall since again, with
Mhm.
this particular thing too. Now I do like some of their other scents with that, like they have the marshmallow pumpkin latte and they have the pumpkin pecan waffles and they have
Mhm.
like blueberry donut and kitchen
Right.
mandarin and apple picking apples or something like that and sweet cinnamon pumpkin, leaves, Chris morning. They got all these scents, but I love them. You can change them up. If you buy them full price, they're pricey, but if you can get
Right.
them they have them all the time on sale for $3.
Right.
And if you catch it, they do 250
Right.
all the time. You're gonna pay that almost anywhere going and getting soap at your regular store to wash your hands with. So,
Yeah.
I just like that it gives you just your bathroom smells nice when you're done. Your kitchen smells nice when you've washed your hands. I
Mhm.
just think it's a great product. I love it. And there again, I love the scents that go along with it.
Right. Right.
Their pumpkin cupcake is one of my favorites. It
Mm.
smells fabulous. Um,
Wow. Wow.
they're I like that they kind of carry their scents over even to like their antibacterial gel that they have. You can get a lot of those scents in those too, which is nice, especially where everybody, especially as society now, we're using all that hand gel like
Right.
it's going out of style. You're using it all the
Right.
time because we're
Right.
trying to be safe and get rid of these germs so that we don't, get sick.
Right. Right.
What do you like to use as far as hand soaps and things? I mean, are you
I
on
yeah,
that
I
on
do
that
like
bandwagon?
Bath and Body Works. I like their scents. They're strong and they seem to last. But I also don't mind going like to Walmart and picking up I think it is, what is it
Soft
called?
scents.
Soft scents, yes,
Yeah,
and they're like
yeah,
what they used to be
yeah. I think
like
they're about a dollar.
99 cents
I,
now,
I think they're about $1.50 now.
probably, if
Yeah,
not
they're not bad.
$5.
They're not bad either. My problem with that is I feel them. They have nice scents and it works, but I feel like you have to use more.
Yeah, probably.
Like I feel like maybe two or three of their bottles are gonna amount to one bottle of Bath and Body Works. Like it doesn't take much. I feel like with the soft scent, it takes more product
Yeah.
to do the same job. But I agree with you. They smell good.
Mhm. And
Eh,
sometimes you can catch them in those cute little, like, ghost dispensers or pumpkin
yes. Uh-huh.
dispensers or
Yeah, or
yeah.
with little Easter bunnies on them or
Uh-huh.
whatever. Yeah, they go along
Mhm.
with the season well. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I agree with you. That's a
they're
good
really
find
cute.
as well. Yeah. Yeah. So, when you think about fall time, do you have like certain I know May is not a huge cooking person, but
No.
do you have like a favorite dish that you like to make or something you like to eat around fall that's like you don't really do it any other time of the year except for when it's cooler weather outside?
Uh, Crockpot stuff I like to
Yeah.
do in the fall.
Uh-huh.
Chili,
Mhm.
beans and cornbread are in the fall type stuff. Stews. It just basically anything you can do in the crock pot is more my fall and winter type stuff. A lot
Uh-huh.
of times in the summer it's too hot and I just do not want to eat hot stuff.
Right, and for me as well, not only that it's hot outside, but I don't care who you are and what you say and what kind of crock pot you have,
Mhm.
it heats your kitchen up.
Yeah.
And so I don't want my kitchen extra heat in my kitchen, especially like here. We had crazy 100s
Ugh.
weather here this year. Heat
Mhm.
index, we're talking 115s. And so you
Mhm.
don't want any added heat inside your home that's
Mm-mm.
going to make your air conditioning unit work harder than what it was. So I
Mhm.
agree with you. There's certain
Mhm.
things I think about when I think about the start of fall. One for
Mhm.
me is definitely chili and cornbread.
Yes.
Um, I make a I am a spicy sweet cornbread. I mean, a spicy sweet chili person
Mhm.
with a mildly sweet cornbread. And so that's one of my favorites. My husband likes my homemade chicken noodles in the crock pot,
Mhm.
my homemade chicken and dumplings in the crock
Mhm.
pot, and then we do a Mexican soup in the crock pot. And we generally do those things. We don't start doing them into the fall. Now
Mhm.
we will carry them through the winter time, but it's
Mhm.
definitely oh, I can't wait for fall because I'm ready for
Mhm.
some chili,
Right.
kind of thing. Um,
Definitely.
and so I definitely do that. Now, how about desserts? Is there
I
anything
can
that stands out for fall for desserts?
uh I definitely will wait and do like pecan pie in the fall.
Uh-huh.
I don't there's things I won't eat in the fall, like key lime pie. I won't eat that in the fall.
Right. That's more of a
I
summer.
have found something though that I think I am now in love with, and it is at Brahms. And I know not everybody around the United States has a Brahms store, but it is called banana nut bread ice cream.
Oh my goodness.
And it just came out, so I think it'll be out with the fall flavors.
Uh-huh.
And it is now one of my new favorite fall things to eat.
I am going to have to try that. May
Uh-huh.
was telling me about it the other day. Actually, she was having it for dinner one night this last
Yeah,
week.
because it
And
was
I
90 and I
was
have no
like,
AC.
"Where in the world did you get that at?" And then she told me and I was like, of course it's
Mhm.
Brahms." Um,
Mhm.
yes, I'll have to try that and that's a really good thing. And you said a while ago about pumpkin, we were talking about candle scents. I
Yes.
typically make pumpkin rolls, pumpkin bread during
Mhm.
the fall time, and then I
Right.
also like that old standby of making caramel apples.
Yep.
Like,
Oh,
I
yes.
I I don't mean going to the produce department and buying the caramel dip that's in the container. That's not what I'm
Mhm.
talking about.
Right.
I'm talking or buying the little wrapper things that you
Mhm. No, I don't
stick
like
your
the
apple
wrappers.
on there and
Mm-mm.
wrap it up and
No.
you think you've done something big.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean buy the Kraft
Mhm. Caramels.
square
Mhm.
caramels and melt them in the pot with the,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
dip your apples. I love those. My mom used to make those with us as a kid, and I
Mhm.
just absolutely love that. And a lot of times you find when you're an adult, a lot of the things that you like during these season changing are things that are
Mhm.
incorporated from your mom or in your family. And
Mhm.
my mom's, I'm sorry, and I may be partial, but my mom's pumpkin bread is the bomb. No one in this world makes pumpkin bread like my mother. I
Mhm.
don't care who you are, who you work for, where you sell it at. I will put my mom's pumpkin bread up against anyone's. And so in the fall, in mine, I have her recipe. It never turns out like my mom's.
No.
And so when my mom makes pumpkin bread, she's over here making 10 or 15 loaves because everybody wants it.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it never turns out the same. And I
Right.
find that true. Do you find that true?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my grandma, I will never, ever, ever be able to do her green beans. Ever. I don't care. You
Yeah,
can buy the exact same. I mean, she always, my grandpa grew them and she snapped them and made them. But I mean, it doesn't matter what I fix. I could get hamburger helper and make hamburger helper and it would never, grandma just, and she
right.
did it better. She knew how to do it.
Yes,
She did it better. I don't know
yes.
if it was the pans, the spoon,
It
the
was the
sweat.
love. It was the love, it was
Yeah.
the love, but yeah, I mean, you can have the same recipe, but it just
No,
it's just not the same.
just doesn't
It
translate over
no,
to us
no,
youngins.
j just kind of a story off of that, it doesn't really well, I guess it does kinda have something to do with fall, but every time we go for Thanksgiving to my in-laws, my mother-in-law makes deviled eggs,
Mhm.
and she'll make dozens and dozens and dozens of deviled eggs because my husband's family is really big. And because he's so much younger than me, as we've talked about before, he
Right.
still has a lot of people he still has grandparents and, there's
Right.
still the large family. And
Yes.
so her deviled eggs are awesome. And she gave me the recipe. Well, mine are good. Mine
Yeah.
turn out great. And actually, her recipe is not far off from what my mom made growing up, and my mom's eggs are excellent, but
Right.
there's just I can't make them like she does.
Right.
She gets the little pastry thing and she pushes
Uh-huh.
them out so they look
Uh-huh.
like a little flower, and then
Yes.
they have a slight dusting of paprika. And my
Uh-huh.
husband will say, "Oh yeah, these are really good, but they don't look like hers." Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad likes to lovingly remind me that even though I can follow my stepmom's recipe the T,
Right.
to the T, doesn't taste like hers. And he,
Yeah. Yeah.
lovingly likes to tell me every single
Single time.
time
Yeah.
how just absolutely horrible I am.
Right. Yeah. 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 It's just that's the way it is. Um, so we'll move on. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
mean to get
yeah,
sidetracked there, but
yeah.
it is true. Some things just you want from,
Yeah,
will you make this because yours is the best? I want you to
right,
make it. It tastes better kind of thing. Plus, I think a lot of times memories are attached to taste and
right,
smell. And so
right,
sometimes it's just that memory of, Mom, I want you to make me some pumpkin bread. And if
right.
if my mom's listening to this, Mom, get busy, make some pumpkin bread.
But let me tell
Ah.
you, no one can thaw out a Georgia pecan pie like me. I'm telling you.
You'll have to thaw one out, bake it, and bring it on in.
Girl, you don't even have to bake them anymore. You just thaw them out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, I don't typically buy that kind of stuff. I usually, you taught me something today
Yeah.
about the non-baking side
Yes.
of cooking. All
Yeah.
right, so moving on.
Yep.
Next thing, and I have to say, this is just something really simple, and it may sound gross to some people. I don't know, but every fall for the last few years, Sonic drive-ins, and I know not everybody has Sonics, but I think Sonics are
I think aren't they
pretty
made?
wide now
Yeah.
spread. Um, they had came out with a few years ago a Frito chili cheese wrap.
Mhm.
It's a tortilla that has their chili, cheese, Fritos in it. You can add onions, you can whatever you want to do in it. Girl, those things are good.
Mhm.
Like they are so good. And every time it gets to be this time of year, I'm like, hey, are there chili cheese wraps back? Are they back yet? And they don't
Mhm.
carry them all the time. And so I feel like this may be where the extra poundage comes into play, is because I go by there and I'm like, oh, they still have the chili cheese wraps. I better get
Uh-huh.
one because they might have them tomorrow.
Right.
And
Right.
then 2 days later, I'm doing it again.
Right.
But they're inexpensive. I think right now they have them two for $5.
Right.
Get one for you and your boo,
Or
and
eat them both.
or yeah, or eat them both. I don't do that, but yeah, have them for dinner, have them for lunch, have them for breakfast.
I
They're
don't know. After
great.
this week, it's been a stressful week. I could probably I could
Yeah,
probably do it.
it has been a stressful week for sure. Um,
And again, I think Sonic, it's just the Wolf brand chili
it
and
probably, I think it
whatnot.
is.
But because it's from Sonic, it's
Right.
just something
Yeah, because
totally
I've made
different.
them at home,
Mhm.
not with like my homemade chili, but like
Mhm.
I've got Wolf Brand chili
Yeah.
and put it in there and slapped
Yeah.
all that stuff together. And it don't taste like
No,
Sonic's.
because I don't like Wolf brand chili, but when I go to Sonic, it's not that bad. I can do it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Now, see, that's one thing I do like about Sonic. I'm sorry, nobody makes a chili cheese coney like Sonic does, and it's because of the chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan, big fan of that too. And that's another show. All
Uh,
right. Is there anything like that, like just fast food something that comes out
fast
with?
food. Oh man, for fall,
Yeah.
I don't. I think a lot of the um, restaurants or fast food places do bring their chili back. I think, and their fall beans and all that kind of stuff back.
Right. Yeah.
But I can't think of anything like McDonald's. I don't think has anything special.
No, I don't think so either. I think there's a couple of places like that come out with special like shakes and stuff. Like I know like Chick-fil-A in the summertime has their peach shake, and I don't know if they have a shake in the fall or not.
No, I know Starbucks has all those
Yeah, they
coffees.
have all their drinks and stuff. Yeah, they do have all of that. But anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing on my list is, and I do not know how to pronounce this. I buy this on Amazon. It's Geifa.
GE.
Gifa, I don't know. But it's on Amazon, and they carry these sweatshirts that are so soft and awesome.
Hmm.
And they run anywhere from usually from around 18 to $25, but they're the ones that are kind of oversized, and they just they fit you just right. And if you want to wear them with leggings or jeans or whatever, sweatpants, whatever, they're just super, super soft. And you put them on and you're just like, oh, this is so comfy, and you just want to curl up in them.
Mhm.
I just love them. And they come in really pretty different colors, and
Right.
I just love them. I love them. So that's one of my favorite things.
I love the whole sweatshirts and uh, you know sweatpants and
Yes, leggings.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
whole.
love the fall too because you can break out those sweatshirts with your leggings or your sweatpants
Mhm.
or your joggers, throw your UGG boots on, your winter boots.
Mhm.
Those are some of my favorite things as well. I really, really like cozy, cuddly, warm things. Now, I run hot, temperature rise in my body, so I like my outside surroundings to be cool,
Right.
but I still like that cozy, cuddly feeling.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, me too.
that leads me to my next thing on my list, which is cozy blankets.
Yes.
My
Yes.
favorite, one of my favorite, not necessarily my favorite, but one of my favorite blankets is you get it from Kohl's, and it's the big one throws. They're oversized throw blankets, and they're super soft. You wash them and get them out. They wear well, they launder well, they still are that soft. They're just so cozy, cuddly. I mean, full price, I think they're $30, but there
Mhm.
again, you can get them on sale a lot of times for 19.99, sometimes even cheaper than that.
Right.
But they're the big one cozy throws from Kohl's, and I
Yes.
love them. I like to give those as gifts.
Right. And I hear if you don't launder them with dryer sheets,
Uh-huh.
they will keep that fluffy softness. If you use
Uh-huh.
like a wool ball or something instead, they'll
Right.
keep that fluffy softness.
Yes, yes,
Um,
they will. And I just
yeah.
love them because you can wash them over and over again and they just last so well. And
Mhm.
they are cozy, to cuddle up on the couch and that kind of thing.
Right.
Some of the other things that I like that aren't like specific like things you buy or anything like that. I
Mhm.
love to go to fall festivals.
Mhm.
I love a good
Yes.
fall festival. You're outside, the leaves are changing colors, the air's cool. Bonfires. I love to go to a bonfire. Last year, um, my husband's family owned some property a ways away, but they have like a farm, and we had a huge big bonfire, and we roasted hot dogs, and we had marshmallows for s'mores, and it was just so much fun. It was really cool out, but with the fire going, it felt great. I like to go to
Wow.
the pumpkin patch
Uh-huh.
because
Yeah.
I love corn mazes, I love hay rides, um, any of that kind of stuff. I really, really enjoy doing. What about you? You have something?
I do. I like the pumpkin patches are pretty fun. The one thing I absolutely refuse to go to though is the Fair of the Hearts. I think that thing is in October. I feel like October or November.
October or November? Yes.
Yeah, that is one thing I refuse to go to. It is just incredibly too crowded. It's
Right.
just
If you
too
don't know
much.
what a Fair of the Hearts is, which some of you may, some of you may not, but it is a more of a crafting vendor type show that you go to.
Hmm.
They have it at the state fairgrounds here in the state that we live in, and you can go and there's a million different people selling a million different things, and there's a million people looking.
And it's a
So
million ladies trying to run you over with their strollers.
yes, 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 or little pulley carts, push carts.
Hmm.
Yes, I agree with you. It has kind of gotten out of hand. I feel like they need even a bigger venue than what they have now. But
Right,
yeah, I
right.
agree with you on that. It can certainly be overwhelming. Uh,
But
But
other than that, yeah, I love the hay rides. Those are fun. The pumpkin patches are fun. I love
uh-huh.
the whole carving the pumpkins, decorating the pumpkins, painting pumpkins.
Right.
The uh the zoo is fun in the fall because they do
Uh-huh.
several little different things.
Right.
Haunt the zoo and stuff like that during the fall, which is a whole different aspect of fall. I love the
Right.
Halloween part of it.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that could be a whole different show in its of itself, the Halloween spooky side of fall that I
Right.
just love. I love being scared to some degree.
Yeah. See, there's another thing that we don't agree on.
Mhm.
That is my least favorite time is around Halloween because I'm a big old scaredy pants, and like you could seriously scare me when I come out of the bathroom and I know you're standing outside the door.
Yeah.
I just scare and spook so easily, and it's not just like, "Oh, that was funny." It's like, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die kinda scared. And so, I can't do, like, I don't even wanna do Haunt the Zoo.
Ah.
Like, I don't like those hay rides, the spooky trail rides, the haunted house. No, no,
No.
no. You're not getting me on that. That's not my thing. Now, I'll go with you gladly, and I'll participate in all the good food they've got, and I'll sit
Right.
at the picnic table, and I'll let you go get your pants scared off. But nope, not
Yeah.
me. I
I
don't do scary movies. Can't do it.
I don't like jump scares. That to me, I don't like the jump scares. Don't jump out of somewhere and scare me because I'll hit you.
Right,
I fight. I don't flight, I fight.
right.
And I don't know how many times I've had to restrain myself from punching my husband
Accident,
or
right,
accidentally punching my son who has done nothing more than walk across the floor because I didn't realize he was walking towards me and
right,
scared me. Somebody the other day at work was coming down the hallway and just said boo, and I didn't know they were there, and my first reaction was to punch her. And
right,
it was one of those things where you're at work, you cannot punch somebody.
right, exactly. Yeah,
And so again, I don't like being jumped out and scared. So I don't like the haunted houses and the haunted this, that, and the other. However, I do like the whole ghost hunting aspect of it and the whole haunted locations and stuff like
right,
that.
right, yeah,
That I have done, and that doesn't scare me, and that I
uh-huh,
have been to. And I I do like the scary movies. The Jason movies and all that I watch, and they're kind of comical to me.
right,
If they have a good story, I enjoy them. But again, a lot of them are for shock value and jump scare, which
uh-huh,
I mean that's again don't really care for.
right,
But I the other part doesn't bother me.
yeah,
So.
yeah. All right, so the next thing I have down is Trader Joe's. Now I know not everybody has Trader Joe's, but I think there's a across the United States, there's quite a few of them now. And so there are 3 or 4 things that I really like to get. And this is the deal with Trader Joe's supermarket. If you are in there and it's a seasonal item. Now we know that fall starts on the 22nd this year, the first day of fall, okay?
Mhm.
Well, when I'm thinking about how long fall is, we know fall doesn't end on the 25th. But let me tell you something. If there's a seasonal item at Trader Joe's that you like and it comes out on the 22nd, you
Mhm.
better make sure you go get it because by the time the 25th comes, it not be here. And they
Right.
aren't going to get any more of it in. So it really needs to be called a very limited edition. Instead of a
Right.
seasonal item, it needs to be a
Mhm.
very limited edition item. But I love their maple and sea salt kettle corn. It
Wow.
is to die for. It is fabulous. The second thing I like goes with the third thing I like, and it's their pumpkin spice hummus, and I put it on their soft pretzel sticks. Oh,
Okay.
they're fabulous. It's just wonderful. Some people think, "Ugh, pumpkin spice hummus, man." Well, whatever. It's great. You need to try it. It's wonderful. And then the fourth thing is the butter toffee pretzels. And if they get them in, you better get every bag that you want because when you go back tomorrow morning after you decide they're the best thing you've ever eaten, they're going to be gone. Going to be gone.
Wow.
So, just food for thought there. Things that you can get from Trader Joe's.
And I have never been to Trader Joe's.
Are you kidding me?
I have never been.
Oh, girl, we gotta take a trip soon.
Never
I mean,
been.
we don't have one here in the town that we live in or
Right.
any of these little surrounding towns, but we do have one, about 16 or 17 miles from us. So
Yeah.
we need to take a trip over there and go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have it's not a huge place. They're smaller stores, but the things that they have there are unique that we can't find in a lot of other places here in the state
Right.
that we live in. So it's definitely worth a trip.
Yep.
Okay, next item that I have is World's Softest Socks. That's the actual name of them, of the company, and they're cozy socks. I love cozy socks.
Hmm.
Um, in the when it's cold, fall,
Mhm.
when it starts, winter, I have dogs and I have to step out on the back porch and let them out, and I just like having them on. They have the little uh traction things on the bottom so that
Oh
you don't
yeah.
slip or fall.
Mhm.
But then I love the colors that they come in. They have the little grippers. I think they're called grippers. They
Mhm.
come in like an adobe rose and a smoke color and a taupe, sea foam, a vanilla, a black. The colors are just really, really pretty, unusual kind of colors. Um, and I just love them. They're wonderful. And you can get those. You can go on Amazon
Mhm.
and search for those, and you can find them on there. And I think they're like about 10.50 a pair, something like that. You can get
Okay.
them on sale sometimes, but they're well worth it. They're really, really nice
Wow.
socks. Do you have something that you wear like that, like on your feet or slippers or something that you like?
I'm trying to think. Um, I will put some house shoes on to go to like if they're hard
Right, if
slippers.
they have a sole on them.
Yeah, to run and
Uh-huh.
check the mail, run the garbage out, run to through the drive-through or something like that. I normally do. A lot of times don't I don't wear socks in the house a lot of times. Um, because I don't like my feet being contained.
Right, you don't like that confinement.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
feet are free and they need to run.
right.
My
And I
body doesn't, but my feet need to.
now I do get that because let me tell you, I I wear my cozy socks out because I take them on and off so much.
Yeah.
What I do is I put them on. I have hardwood floors in my house,
Mhm.
except for in my bedrooms. And so I run around the house with either slippers with soles on them because I have to take my dogs out, or
Mhm.
I run around in cozy socks. The thing about it is once I sit down and get on the couch or the recliner or where the bed or whatever, I
Right.
take them off because my feet get hot.
Right.
But then as soon as I get ready to get up, I put them back on again.
Right.
And so it's a vicious cycle
Yeah.
of on and off, on and off, on and off. And so a lot of times then I'll have a pair of cozy socks, but I also have a pair of slippers because there's a point that it comes like, okay, I've put these on 100 times today. We're back to the slippers now.
Mhm.
But I do like the feel of them for small periods of time.
Right.
So we
Well, and
kind of
I have a nice little furry friend who likes to run off with socks, and so a lot of times I can't
oh,
find half of them.
right, gotcha, gotcha. Now my furry friends don't do that, thank goodness. They don't do
Yeah.
that. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, we're talking about all these favorite things that fall things and this isn't on my list, but it's right in front of me. I just purchased this stuff today because I'm going to make a batch of it and I'm going to bring some to you to work
Mhm.
on Monday. Is honey roasted peanuts mixed with candy corn.
Yes.
Why did I not put that on my list?
I don't know.
It's like the greatest thing. That salty sweet with the
Uh-huh.
candy corn. Oh my gosh. So here's where so I explained with the chili cheese wraps and all that other food I talked about is where 50 pounds comes from. Now here's where the other 50 comes.
Right.
Is from this. But that should have made my list because it's wonderful.
There's several different recipes that people do with candy corns. You know, the
Yes.
pretzels and candy
Yes.
corn and
Uh-huh.
M&Ms and Chex Mix and
Right.
all that fun stuff.
Yes, there is, and a lot of those are good too. I'm allergic to chocolate, so I
Yeah.
can't do the chocolate part of it. But I do tell you something else I do like to add, but I don't add it when I mix my batch together and I put it into a glass jar with a lid or a canister or whatever I put it in.
Mhm.
I do that, but then I'll take a little batch out and put it in a Ziploc baggie
Mhm.
and I'll put mini marshmallows in with it. I know you don't like
I was fixing to say,
marshmallows.
do not put marshmallows in mine.
Well, I won't because I don't make the batch like that. Because let me tell you why. It pulls the moisture out of the marshmallows and the marshmallows go stale.
Yep.
So you can't use the marshmallows with it unless you're gonna eat that amount right then, you know what I mean? Or that day you can do it. But you don't wanna make your batch with the mini marshmallows in it. You just wanna add those in if you want them in your particular serving of
That's
it.
because marshmallows are evil and it sucks the life out of the
Oh,
marshmallow
come
and
on
kills.
now. All right. The last thing that I want, well, actually, there's one more thing, and then we'll talk about the last thing. You had said earlier about Starbucks having all these pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice
Uh-huh.
that, all these drinks.
Right.
We have a coffee boop or coffee shop, whatever you call it, depending on where in the country that you live.
Mhm.
Um, that's called Dutch Brothers Coffee. And
Yes.
they have freezes, and they currently have a caramel pumpkin brulee freeze. Excuse me, that is to die for. I don't typically drink coffee. I have kidney issues, so I can't drink coffee. But occasionally, maybe once or twice a year, I will get something. And I do prefer like a frappuccino, freeze, ice based, coffee
Mhm.
drink. And that one's fabulous.
Wow.
It's really, really
Okay.
good. Okay. The last thing I wanted to talk about was I I seem to get more into movies in the fall
Yeah, I could
and
see
and
that.
and in the winter. Maybe
Mhm.
it's because activities aren't so much outside activities. You kind of start
Mhm.
going more inside.
Right.
I don't typically watch a ton of movies in the spring and fall. I think
Mhm.
I'm more of a movie watching person when it comes to this time of the year in the wintertime. And so there's the movies that I watch over and over again that I just love to watch cuddled up on the couch and all those little favorite things and eating those favorite things and watching my fall movies. My n- my number one fall movie that I love and that I watch over and over again, and I'm trying to remember. I was in my 20s, I think, when this movie came out. It's been a while back, but I just love it because it takes place in the fall. The movie
Okay.
does, and it's called Autumn in New York. It's with Richard Gere and uh, Winona Ryder. Have you ever seen that?
I do not think so.
Okay, it's just a really sweet. They live in New York. It takes place in New York. It starts in the autumn, and it's just kind of like a love story.
Okay.
And
It, yeah.
and it
Huh.
always just makes me, I don't know, I love it. I love it. The scenery, the cinematography on the movie is really pretty, and it's just a sweet. It is one of those it's a cry movie because at the end, it's sad,
Oh.
but I love the scenery and everything about it. So that's one of the ones. The second one is I love to watch. Sometimes it's later fall into winter that I watch this movie, but I love Little Women. And I've seen all the versions of Little Women. The
Mhm.
second version, which has, here we go again, Winona Ryder
Okay.
and Susan Sarandon in it. That's my favorite version of the movie. Um, my mother obviously is a grandmother, and
Mhm.
she goes by the name Marmee. That's what her grandchildren call her. And
Okay.
Marmee is what Little Women calls their mom in the movies. And
Okay.
so that's kind of where she got that from. But I loved that movie. I love Little Women. I think it's such a sweet movie.
I have never seen it.
You got to be kidding me.
Mm-mm.
Where the heck have you been, girl?
Not
I can't. Wow, I can't
seen it.
believe that. Well, we're going to have a girls' night and watch Little Women.
Well, we are obviously not going to watch it in a hotel because that also took us 2.5 hours to figure out we could not watch TV through the internet.
Yeah, that's another episode. Oh gosh. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to tell you my three, four, and five. So my third movie is Sweet November, and that's with Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Really good movie. It's another one that I believe is based in New York, and so you get that beautiful foliage and everything. The fourth one is Legends of the Fall with Brad Pitt.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
that movie.
That's what my son is named from.
Yes, your son is named from that movie.
Mhm.
Number five, I like St. Elmo's Fire.
Uh-huh.
And so I usually watch all of these movies. And of course there's many more, but we don't have time for me to name all the movies that I like to watch in the fall, but these are just some of them. Um I don't know whether it's just tradition type things that has come passed down from your family, or if things that you've come up with that you do with your kids, or that you just do on your own. Leave some comments. Tell us what you like to do. Tell us what your fall things are. Let us know how you liked our show.
Yeah.
We're enjoying doing this, and we hope that we're giving you a little bit of an escape from stress or your work week, and that you're in, giving you a little bit of entertainment.
Yeah, it's amazing that we actually have the technology and the brains to actually do this after this week with all
Yeah,
the
but
fun.
this kind of is that for us though.
Right, it is. And we
It's
hope that you enjoy it. We hope you learn from it. Hope you laugh from it. Definitely, yeah, definitely tell us what your fall favorites are. Put them in the comments below and share, like, and subscribe. Would mean the world to us.
Yes, so we're going to keep doing this. I mean, we don't care if we have just a couple of people or if we have a lot of people. I mean, obviously we'd like to reach a lot of people, but we're going to keep doing this regardless of that. So, also, if you, we will link these recipes and a couple of, the things where we purchase and all of that in case you're interested in buying them. There again, we're not getting paid for this,
Right.
but if you want to eat some of my chili and maybe some of my cornbread, it'll be linked in. And if you know where to buy that pie that she doesn't even have to bake, all she has to do is thaw it out, she's going to
Yeah.
leave that for you too.
That
So,
and Gwyneth Paltrow's hoo-ha candle will be
oh my
linked.
gosh. Okay. On that note, we're leaving. We're done with hoo-haws. So,
Ah,
have a great, great start to your weekend, and we will see you again Sunday, Scandalous Sunday at 7 p.m.
bye.